Welcome back. Today will be the first time we will be fighting Virgil. But also there is something that I need to tell you guys about. So you can see that I already have Artemis and a bunch of DT. That is because I actually lost footage of this stage. I actually got to mission 8. But couldn't actually film it. So I have a bunch of upgrades. Gunslinger is a bit level up because I use it in both this mission and mission 7, which I will do again. I already have Artemis. I'll talk about it when we use it in combat. And when it goes to the weapons, I actually already have Jetstream level 3. But besides that, it is the DT gauges, which I probably not going to use until mission 8, especially not against Virgil. That would be kinda cheating. So let me speed this up and try to do this as fast as possible, since I already played this mission. So I think I'll play the 2 that has combat, so that I can use Artemis, and then skip the third one since I don't need it, and then we can start the video proper. Okay, so that double jump was a bad idea. I always jump at the end just in case some more spears are going to try to hit me. Oh wow. Oh, Artemis seems to take care of those enemies very well. So Artemis is a weapon that I don't use very much. Mostly because for it to be really useful, you need guns slinger and to level it up. And level up guns is like the last thing that I do.
Come and get me.
Yeah, I didn't think I was in rage. So, Artemis has actually 2 levels of shots. It is one of those weapons where you're supposed to hold it all the time. If you hold the normal shot and then move radical around, you'll lock on multiple enemies. And if you hold the circle button on Gunslinger level 1, all the shots will be concentrated in one enemy, which actually makes it so it does a lot of damage. And as you level up Artemis by using red orbs, it shoots more shots and you can charge it for longer. So if you want a good ranking of this mission, you essentially have to do this part. Which is really annoying because as you can see, that wasn't intentional, the enemies are on DT. So in this game, on later difficulties, and he blocked it, the enemies will also be able to pop DT, which I'm assuming you guys already know what it is. DT isn't that much of a problem when it comes to the normal enemies, but you can make more annoying enemies like Lust way too tanky. So a big upgrade that Artemis has, as opposed to Beta, is that while you're charging you can actually move around. I'm just trying to kill this enemy first. I should have just jumped. I tried to style by. Aramis also doesn't seem to care a lot about this guy. Maybe I've been sleeping on Aramis. So I got lucky by doing a lot of damage before he pops DT again, because Loves are one of those enemies that become really tanky when he's on DT. But if you can actually knock them down, you can pretty much just combo them forever. But fighting multiple of them becomes very annoying. So since I already did this mission, there used to be a combat adjudicator for Agni and Rudra, but I already did it. And up there, there's some red orbs. And here's the end of the mission.
Well. You've grown stronger.
Go to hell.
You point a gun at me? Your own kin? Your dear papa?
The characters that have similar eyes are actually related? What a surprise.
You break my heart. After all, it was I who gave you your name. My darling daughter.
So I'm not the only one that thinks that was really cool. When Arkham fights in cutscenes, I always seem to enjoy it way too much. A very small part of me wishes that he was playable, especially when it comes to a cutscene later on. Now look at that, I got an A. I guess if I didn't stop to explain my upgrades, I might have gotten an S in time and therefore an S in rank. But that's good enough. And that will kill her. Straight up, like Brodom, turn off, splat to the ground.
Looks so funny today.
Let me go.
Let you go? But it would be a waste if you ended up as just a pretty stain.
She didn't even know that he was a demon. She just shot someone.
Help you, and you show your thanks by shooting me?
Though to be fair, I doubt any normal being other than Lady would make it up this far to the tower.
Would you please?
So she probably just assumed. Thank God she was right.
So he's a demon too.
I'm beginning to think I've got rotten luck with women.
You definitely do. Every woman you meet either dumps you or you dump them. Also, the 7 is like really obvious. Now I don't really feel like buying anything. So we can actually come back here and we grab those orbs. And up here, there's a secret mission that I'm not going to do for a while. It's the one that you have to not touch the ground. So yeah, not doing that. And here is where we first fight the chess pieces. They're weird because it takes so long for you to fight the rest of them. And most of them don't even show up until that part. One thing that I really dislike about Artemis is that there are quite a lot of points where you can't shoot it. You essentially have to go back to neutral. That was on me. I thought you would move first before attacking. So I like clearing enemies so I can get more red orbs and XP for styles. Not a A, but that's good enough. Also, something that I didn't really brought up is that not only bosses but enemies have elemental weaknesses and resistance. I believe every single chess pieces resists Agony and Rudra, which is a bit of a shame. Besides that, I believe Blood Gargoyles are like weak to Nevan, I think. Fallen resists Beowulf. And there was an enemy that was actually weak. Oh right, Hell Vanguard, they are weak to Beowulf. And here, a place you don't have to go. Pretty interesting view. The city kinda looks like shit, but still. Feels pretty homey looking at a neighborhood full of lights from a distance. And up on these rafters used to be a blue orb fragment that I already grabbed. I'm actually okay with grabbing that on off screen. That one took a while. Hi Kakuti. I want a bigger ranking. There we go. So here we fight, I'm gonna say one of the most annoying enemies in the game, mostly because they actually rarely showed up. So I believe there are health in these coffins, but I not trying to grab it yet. Aramis is really good because you can do a lot of damage while remaining your distance from their desperation attack. Just like that. Come on. So you can see that this is a enemy spawner. They're great on enemies that they spawn, depend on the encounter. This one hopefully only spawns sprites, which are pretty easy to take care, even in great numbers. But there's also really annoying because they spawn in groups.
Come and get me.
So thank God you don't have to fight them often. So here there was a combat adjudicator for Rebellion, which you need triple S for, which I actually did without Sword Master. It's not that hard because the combo meter, the weighted weight combos actually depend on how many moves you have. So I say it actually becomes easier without Sword Master. So this encounter down here is actually the tough one, mostly because the enemy spawners, which I think are called greed actually. Yes, Netherworld jailers who come the souls are sent to hell for the sin of greed. He's one of the sand-based hellkeeper. He uses his beloved coffins to call upon his disciples for help. So that implies all of the other hells work under greed. Interesting, I guess. Netherworld crafted chess pieces. The pieces themselves move on their own accord. The pawn, though weak in strength, is able to win battle with sheer numbers. Well, usually you only fight 2 of them at a time, so that's not really the case. Well, the explosion still affected them all the way there. Alright, something that I forgot to mention. When Lust is on DT, they are one of the few enemies that get a new attack. That uppercut move. It's really annoying, especially if you're used to the Lust pattern, since that one is completely different. So this is what I usually like to do against this ball. Just stand on top of it and just hit it till it breaks, instead of running around like an idiot. Damn it. I tried to jump out of the way, but I held jet stream for too long. Damn it. I was on recovery, so Artemis didn't do anything. Okay. That was trying to get tricky. Oh, thanks for the help. I was about to say how Jetstream helps against loss because you can actually interrupt the attack, because the way Jetstream works is that you start the attack. You start the attack as soon as the enemy comes close enough to you. Also, I don't want to get the yellow orb because as soon as you grab it, every time you die, menu will appear to see if you want to use it or not. And what yellow orbs does in this game is that it revives instead of being a checkpoint, so it's one of those items that you can actually use if you want a good ranking. So not to annoy you, I'm not going to grab any. So now, over here, we again fighting two of them at a time. I just managed to attack like an idiot. Really? I didn't jump that? And here we have health returning yet again. Okay, now they're going to start using their teleport attacks. I'm too used for them always going for it every time they teleport, instead of simply try to walk up to you and use their melee.
You scared?
There's the health. There used to be a crystal full of red orbs here, but I already grabbed it. Even if I could buy a blue orb or a purple orb, I'm not going to because I feel like that would be cheating. And the sad part about me losing the footage is that I actually beat Virgil first time with Royal Guard. The reason why Royal Guard doesn't have any XP is because Since after you beat the version, you go into a cutscene, he doesn't give you any XP, which is really annoying. So yeah, not only did I not get the actual let me switch because the easy mode is now selectable, I also managed to beat Virgil first try before God. But I guess you just have to believe me. Or I could just do it again. Though fighting Virgil before God is really cocky. I'm not that confident in. Funny enough, my release, my blocks are usually pretty good. But even so, a fail block means you take a lot of damage.
You showed up.
You sure know how to throw a party. No food, no drinks, and the only babe just left.
My sincerest apology, brother. I was so eager to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
Whatever. At any rate, it's been a whole year since we last met. How about a kiss from your little brother?
I like how Virgil talks says back to Dante in his own unique way. But enough of that, let's start one of the best boss fights in gaming history, honestly.
You got that right.
Okay, that was me trying to block it. There we go. Come on, Virgil. There we go. Now I'm okay. That's rank. Okay. Calm down. There we go. Still pretty equal. I can't release on that attack, and they came and fuck me up, so I mess up the input. Okay. Everything could still go poorly. And here there was the first judgment cut that I just interrupted. My bad. Okay, that one wasn't good at all. Let me try again. Okay, that was me being cocky.
Where's your motivation?
Okay, Wessel.
Come on, Mimp.
Okay. Am I dying? Am I actually died this time? Oh, okay. Just one more release. Come on, give me a move I can release. That wasn't pretty, that wasn't perfect, but it was good enough. And just like that, I beat version for the first time. I beat version first try for the second time.
Why do you refuse to gain power? The power of our father, Sparta.
Father? I don't have a father. I just don't like you, that's all.
But for real though, this arena, the combat, the fact that Virgil pretty much has a MILF style, but instead of the actual state of having it, it's like a remix version with his own characteristics, and he even has his own moves like Judgment Cut.
Foolishness, Dante.
It's like peak, just peak.
Foolishness. Might controls everything. And without strength, you cannot protect anything. Let alone yourself.
It's not even funny how much that tells you about Virgil's characters and his progression.
Do you finally have it?
Yes. Now the spell Spartacast will be broken.
You really have to try to punch through the
I see
sword
a devil inside you has awakened as well.
and have to do that, like Jesus. I already scare me.
We should leave. For the moment, we have all that we need.
And there it is, his first DT. And now we can actually use it. It is kinda crazy how long it took for us to realize that Rebellion did it. Like, in that cutscene, his eyes really glow red. But still, it took until DMC5 for us to realize Rebellion also have special powers, just like Yamato. A? Yeah. I believe in my last ranking I also got a A. And it was seeing damage instead of D. Though I was comically close to dying. Also, if you don't believe it, that I didn't unlock easy mode, here it is. Just normal. And now, we are to a new mission. So does anyone know why he does that? Was the sleeve messed up for the fight? I'm assuming that was it. Look at that face, it's like a kid with a new toy. And it's time to play. Guess we switch back to Gunslinger. How is that not a move in this series? It looks like the coolest shit ever. Though speaking of cool shit, this is like ridiculous. It's going into re-entry while we were still on the planet. Just how fucking fast it was going. And every time Dante decides to do something cool, no. Also, what was Dante doing? Did he just jump off and was going to land all the way into the ground? Like, he knows Virgil didn't go all the way down, right? At least I believe so. So now that we have the tea, we can buy these. More health. One more DT. Actually, I believe I want to buy DT as quickly as possible. Though there will still be 2 more. And here will be 5 more. 4 more. I can't fail. Yeah. So I might keep reducing my weapons for items for a while because I'm not going to upgrade. Never. You'll see the reason why later on. Come on. That jump was always tricky for me. This might take a while. Really? I got to the mast. Oh wait, I'm still on where I got. I forgot to switch back to Gunslinger. Okay, that's it. I'm going to cut it. There we go, finally. And down here, there is a mission I don't believe I can do. But might as well try it. It is essentially the elevator mission, except all of the enemies are DT. So this will be a good opportunity to show this. DT explosion and a wipe warp, why not? So essentially, this is a mechanic that I don't think it's actually measured to you anywhere in the game, only maybe the manual. So the DT notches, the way that you see how much DT you have. Those extra ones, only the extra ones can be charged by holding the DT button. Yeah, to do this mission, I either need to tease it with Trickster, which I might do off screen, or have Kalina and a lot of DT, and good management. So I'm just going to kill these enemies to get some orbs, and then just get out the mission. Also, you saw that the explosion was like really cheap. It killed everything, gave me a triple X rank, so in turn I got a lot of red orbs and health. I'm not going to use it on this playthrough very much because I don't have the finger dexterity to keep holding it and then fighting. I essentially need to stop fighting altogether to use it. So don't worry, I'm not going to choose a lot of encounters with it. You're mostly supposed to use it for Dante Must Die difficulty anyways. Now the Grace of Lower Orbs. What a weird sci-fi noise for release. So this pathway is actually pretty tricky to get on top of. You need to be nowhere near close to it visually to actually get on top. And here we have a bunch of stomach acid and a statue of time that I guess Leviathan ate. Now I'm going to switch back to Gunslinger, mostly because I wanted to level up, and because where I got to this mission, I don't think it'll be very entertaining because not a lot of enemies attack that much, mostly because this area only have one enemy. And I can't work out the boss. Actually, I already used Artemis. Let's stick to Ebony and Shotgun. But I will switch to Cerberus because there is a combat adjudicator for it on this mission. It's also been a while since I used it. The organs vibe with the ferocity on the other side of the membrane wall. We're getting close now. Look! Gigapit! So, this is pretty similar to the Phantom encounter, except when you actually manage to run away. This thing serves up to stop Gigapits. I don't think this version is actually weak to ice. This isn't going to give me a lot of red orbs. I don't think so. That was fine, I guess. And here we fight Envies. This enemy is pretty weird. They essentially pride except they have like armor, kind of. They can be launched, but you can also interrupt them really quickly. So it's not that big of a deal. Also, I believe since you can launch them very well, simply fighting them gives you a lot of style. Simply just fighting them normally. So that's interesting. Also, to talk about the elemental weaknesses, the way that you know that something is weak to an element is because the element will shows up when you're attacking it. For example, if something is weak to Cerberus and you attack something, ice will come off of your hits and freeze them to bits. Acne Rudra, you'll light them on fire. There is no wind version of that. Never they will shoot electricity. And Beowulf, I believe the impact of your punches are just brighter, so it's kinda hard to see. Ignis Photos. Souls of those sent to hell for the sin of jealousy. These are Leviathan's energy sources. So organic being has an energy source. Then when you take it out, the lights go out. Oh, that's kinda weird. Also, we are on his face. That's its eye. Right there. Just looking at the tower. Now here it is. The Netherworld jailers who gather the souls of those sent to hell for the sin of envy. Different from the other jailers in the fact that his materializes via a fluid which is severely limits its movements. So that's why they're slow. Why they even made of that? The 7 hells. Now the Netherworld jailers who are villainous revere to as hell's gatekeepers. They exist to punish their sinners flock, but have recently become called to the human world to hunt even the innocent. Yeah, I believe we know all of this. No entry on Leviathan yet. I don't think Leviathan even gets a entry, just its organs. Thanks for the help. So hugging the side of this pathway, you find the 2 entrances, including this one that asks you only a technique ice go to the core can move me. This without the back move whirlwind might actually be pretty tricky. I say as I get it first try. Actually, how many fragments am I missing for one more? One more. Look at that. Calm down, Dante. Yeah, might as well fight it again for the XP. That last hit was me getting greedy and doing a million step. So I don't usually fight these enemies, but since I feel like I barely use Gunslinger, might as well. I thought I could dodge that attack. So something that I believe is that Tucson Time actually does quite a bit of damage and it makes enemies flinch, which is his main use. The main appeal of Gunslinger is mostly to give your guns like a get off me move instead of high damage. Enemies are too close to you when you're trying to combo someone in the air, do rainstorm. You're trying to attack an enemy in front of you, there's someone behind you, do Tucson Time to stagger both of them. Things like that. Most of the damage of Gunslinger comes on Artemis. This part sucks. That asset doesn't do a lot of damage, especially if you keep jumping away. And even on heaven or hell, it's not that hard because if you die, you get teleported to the statue, aka the end. I don't think I can buy anything. Yeah, definitely not. But still, it messes up your ranking, which is really annoying. And here we fight possibly the worst fight in this game, at least for me, in higher difficulties. Leviathan Heart. This shouldn't be too much more problem, hopefully. But it really sucks that they give you TT on a mission you can't use it. On a boss you can use it, sorry. So both of his organs absorb a bunch of things for you. One of them absorbs all the orbs that the enemies will give you. The other one will steal your DT. I believe one organ is weak to Subwars and the other one is weak to Agony and Vigil. And here's the actual problem, especially on higher difficulties. That attack just kills all of the enemies, and if you have his left organ activated, you heal them by like way too much. And he'll also just spam it when he's at low health. So yeah, I'll take this fight sucks on higher difficulties. For now, I can do so much damage with guns that it doesn't heal at all. But trust me, this is comically annoying. Come on, just hit that one, just one more time. I like to alternate between two organs so that the enemy doesn't pile up. Damn it, I tried to kill it but I pressed circle. Can I do another attack please? Of course not. Oh. Come on that thing. There we go. Also, Leviathan Hearts actually looks pretty close to Nightmare Beta.
That brought out fear. Fear. Yes. Fear.
Arkham just almost comically loves demon shit. Even for just like, dude, can you just shut the fuck up? No one cares.
Those who are confined here, with their desires for evil being unfulfilled. It was all because Sparta slammed the door to the demon world in their faces.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Hey, because of the time. I guess because I was trying to get those block fragments. Oh, that's annoying. Sorry, don't get to watch that cutscene just yet, as this will be the end of this video. I'm just checking something out. And next mission, I'll be using Royal Guard for an entire stage. Nah, I'm about to get a blue up anyway. And we'll be fighting Nevin. That should be fun. We'll also be getting a weapon which I greatly love and want, which I'm about. Which ones am I talking about? Well, we'll have to see it on the next video. See you then.